Each year we get a brand new Call of Duty title and the fan base just hope for a good game each time. Sadly, most years they are left with a bare-bones $60 release that doesn't get all the content until the next one is about to release. It's just a bad cycle, and it leads fans to hate each game. So stay tuned to today's video as we discuss all things Modern Warfare 2. First up, is Modern Warfare going to be that bad? The problem with the Call of Duty series over the last 5 years or so has been the frequency of their releases and the little effort placed into them. We know that a Call of Duty game is released once a year, and Activision have multiple studios work on separate games to make sure this quota is fulfilled. Many of the COD games released over the last 5 years have been bare bones, meaning that the content upon launch is just enough to make the game playable, but not anything near enough to warrant the $60 plus price tag on a new COD game every year. One massive example was the original Modern Warfare release from 2019. This game was pretty good at its core, despite some of the problems people had with the engine. Overall, Modern Warfare was a good start, but took too many months for content to appear and make the game worth it. Then Warzone released, a free-to-play battle royale game based upon the Modern Warfare engine, and it had so much content. A free-to-play game had more content than a full-price $60 COD title. Here's when more games started to have the bare minimum. Both COD Cold War and Vanguard had barely any content at launch and took months for what would be included in the base game years ago to be released for free. They have been going with a new approach with COD, having free updates over the months rather than selling maps and other zombies content like older games. These older titles released as a full game and then added stuff for extra money. Fans liked this as it was optional and only added to the great games. With this new plan, it adds the stuff that would have been in the original game months later and for free. What a terrible idea for gaming. Modern Warfare 2 is the next COD game and is going to be a sequel to the 2019 COD Modern Warfare title. It's on the same engine, meaning Warzone will be moving back when that integration happens. Modern Warfare 2 is going to be a weird year for COD, as fans are finally realizing how bad these games are. Many already didn't like Modern Warfare because of the engine and the gameplay, so this new one is just going to be another remaster of that one. It's going to be the same game with some added features and give players more content for free months down the line. It's just a terrible business practice and the fans are hating on it. So, if you for some reason want to hear more about Modern Warfare 2, we are going to discuss some of the biggest details we know right now. Modern Warfare 2 is going to release on October the 28th, 2022. Multiplayer is at the heart of the COD experience, and this next installment will be no different. It will follow in the footsteps of Modern Warfare 2019, with various maps, modes, and free post-launch content to enjoy. It will include familiar modes, but will also offer new variations of modes you might be familiar with. For instance, Knockout is similar to Gunfight, with an elimination mechanic that requires players to capture a package. In addition, Prisoner's Rescue is the new Attack vs. Defend mode that was previously leaked by @RalphsValve on Twitter. This mode will resemble Search and Destroy, though with much more of a focus on tactical gameplay like in Rainbow Six Siege. Ralph says, each player is assigned a role per a general vote, with one nominated team leader. Between each passing round, all teams will be given a debrief period, allowing for roster reform. Leaker Tom Henderson corroborates this report, stating a developer told him the mode is not an afterthought. Much like Modern Warfare 2019, Modern Warfare 2 will likely feature many callbacks to an older installment, this time Modern Warfare 2 2009. With that in mind, we should expect to see the return of beloved MW2 maps in 2022's entry, such as Favela, Terminal, High Rise, and Quarry. And that is mainly what we know about Modern Warfare 2 coming out this year. Of course, we're going to have to see what the game is like when betas and the game launches, but fans aren't exactly excited. They care more about Warzone nowadays and see the main series game as a way to level up guns and test them out before Warzone. What do you think about Modern Warfare 2? And what is happening with COD recently? Let us know down in the comment section below. And now, stay tuned for some other gaming news. Next, Nintendo Switch Online now offers free trials to its subscribers. Nintendo Switch Online has been a tough sell for many, but most Nintendo Switch owners bite the bullet and pay for it due to its online offerings. Now that the pricing has started to increase and Nintendo wants to offer more to their players, the audience are wanting more for their money. Nintendo has been listening as they have launched some new features of Nintendo Switch Online over the last few months, from N64 games being included to the Mario Kart 8 and Animal Crossing. New Horizons DLCs being included as well. Now, a few months later, they are adding even more to the system to make fans happy to carry on with their memories. membership. If you are a recurring subscriber to Nintendo Switch Online, they are starting to offer free trials for games. These games right now include MLB The Show 22, Dead Cells, Stardew Valley, and The World Ends With You. All of these games are great ones to try out, as they have so many hours that you can put into. Stardew Valley especially is a great choice, as you can put hundreds of hours into that game without even realizing. Nintendo offering more is great, and we hope it carries on. Finally, we have PlayStation has finally finalized their purchase of Bungie. For the last few months, we have been waiting for this deal to finalize, and it's now being confirmed. If you somehow didn't know already, Bungie was being purchased by PlayStation, and their deal has finally been confirmed. Bungie have been a popular gaming company for decades now, ever since 1991 with their Marathon first-person shooter series. Microsoft then purchased the company all the way back in 2000, and that was where Halo started from. They created the first few Halo games, but then left Microsoft to be their own publisher. In 2014, they released Destiny, which started their biggest franchise. Destiny went on to have many updates, DLCs, and events, leading into its sequel, Destiny 2. Despite being a few years old now, Destiny 2 is still thriving, with a roadmap of another 2 years of content. We don't know what'll happen post that, but we are sure that Bungie will keep doing more with Destiny over the next few years. Back in January of this year, it was announced that PlayStation would purchase Bungie for $3.6 billion. Fans were skeptical, as Bungie have been on their own for a while now and doing good stuff. PlayStation said that they would only help with projects like Destiny and not inflict anything on them such as exclusivity. This means that Destiny 2's future and maybe even Destiny 3 should be fine, and fans don't need to worry about any drastic changes to the game. It would not become an exclusive studio, just one that they find and gain revenue from. Bungie released a statement saying that they are still in charge of Destiny and are independent of PlayStation when it comes to publishing and creating titles. They choose where their games end up and how they want them to be. It's nice that they are still working on their own, especially with reports of another Destiny game in the works. Destiny 2 is in a tough state right now, with the launch of the Witch Queen and the vaulting of many content expansions. It's a weird time for the franchise. The game isn't dead or anything, but it needs some massive improvement. As someone who has played Destiny since 2014 and stopped in late 2020, things need to move in a better direction. The game just isn't as appealing as it should be. The content is either daunting or just pointless to worry about. Hopefully, with Sony above them, Bungie can make a better experience that fans will fall in love with once again. And that's the end of today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed this latest video. If you did, would you please let us know down in the comment section below? It would be very helpful. Make sure to like the video, comment down below, and of course subscribe to the channel with the notification bell rung. Thank you for watching today's video. Bye.